All right, it's 7:30 on this Monday, October 20th. That means it's time to find out if you guys like it or not. I'm producer Chris, and tonight we are talking about everything from the World Series to Etsy witches, and those two stories are related. We're also talking about fine art tattoos, how much you'd be willing to pay for one, and fancy water. And yeah, I'm going to say the word water about 30 more times tonight, and I'm going to say it exactly like that. So just, keep the mockery coming. In the meantime, I can't wait to get your takes. So Jim, let's show people how to join the conversation. You see the graphic right there. We are streaming, which means there are a lot of different ways you can weigh in. If you're watching on YouTube, leave some comments in the chat. We'll check them coming up right after our commercial break. If you're watching on our website or Fox Local on your phone, basically if you're watching any mobile device, I posted a link to the Zoom room on my Instagram. It's pinned to the top. You see it right there, Fox 5 producer Chris. Speaking of Instagram, we have our broadcast channel. That's where we post topics. We read the comments on the air. We're also streaming on TikTok right now. That's also Fox 5 producer Chris. And last but not least, if you're watching on the Fox Local app on your connected TV, you can make it a two-screen experience. You just can grab your phone, scan either one of the QR codes you see right there, and get your hot takes ready. We're going to check in with all my virtual co-hosts here in just a second. We're standing by for our in-studio one. It'll be Brittany Alexandra joining us once again. She just wrapped up over on the 7 o'clock version of Like It or Not. And she might recognize some of the stories we're going to talk about. Well, we've got some new ones as well. So while we stand by and wait for her, we're going to dive right into our first topic. And we are talking about Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. It's airing over on Fox 5 immediately after we finish up here. First pitch just about 30 minutes away. It's a do or die game for both the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays. The winner advances to the World Series, will face the Dodgers. The loser goes home in defeat. You can catch all the action, like I said, on Fox 5 right after this show. So just hold off for a second. But here's the thing. The Seattle Mariners may have a little practical magic on their side, because according to The Atlantic, a fan apparently paid an Etsy witch, her name is Luna, to cast a custom spell to uncurse the team during their playoff run. If you are not familiar, the Mariners have never, ever made it to the World Series. They made it to the ALCS 3 other times, in 1995, the year 2000, and the year 2001. Brittany Alexandra joining us now live in studio. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Always good to be here.
I named my TikTok live. It's Brittany Bleep.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Very creative.
Get the
and
reference.
also
it's because it's Brittany Alexandra.
very my personality. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. How's everything going?
Always good to see you. I mean, we just had so much fun online just now, of course.
We'll try to keep that fun going.
Exactly, for sure. I'm looking forward to the game tonight, though. Just sitting here talking about the Mariners. That's interesting.
Okay, so hiring a witch to cast a spell
sounds about
to
right.
help your team, not necessarily hurt the other team,
right,
but to help your team. Do you like that idea, or do you think that's weird?
I like it because I'm into spiritual stuff like that, crystals and all that stuff. So I'm here for it, okay? I'm just, my rose quartz still isn't working on my husband right now. So we're still working on that one, but it works. I'm here for it, for sure.
You're here for it.
I like that. Actually, Giselle, who used to be married to Tom Brady, used to do something very similar to this around the time of playoffs in the Super Bowl. So it worked. I mean, you see all the rings he got.
I don't want to hate on this in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, so you don't like it, Chris?
It's not that I don't like it. What I do like is, and I'm never going to knock the hustle, is who these Etsy witches are promising to cast their spells.
This is true.
I know, right?
Yeah, I don't want it to be a gimmick, right? It's hard out there to see who's the real witch and who's not.
Allison's in the line Zoom room. Happy Monday. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Hey, happy Monday. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Chris.
Hey.
So hiring an Etsy witch to cast a spell on behalf of your team, or maybe something you want good in your life. Do you like this or not?
I don't. I'm one of those fear of the unknown type of people, and witch kind of has a negative connotation to it. So I would feel a little nervous to tap into that type of spirit. I'm more into I'm spiritual as well, the power of prayer type of thing. And Brittany, I'm with you on the crystals. I'm into charging my crystals and the moon. and the whole thing. So I'm into that as well. But
Look, sis,
witch, no,
I'm
thank
here
you.
with you too, right? Like, I don't judge those who believe in that side of things, but look, if you believe, right, you know there's another side to things, and with that being said, that's one of those sides. So to each his own, and if you know, and you know I know, I mean, it kind of works out there, right? Like, people,
I mean,
there's a thing called magic, and it's very real.
After this fan apparently contacted this witch, the Mariners went on to win 10 in a row. David's in the Lion Zoom room. David, are you a baseball fan, first of all?
Right.
If you are and you're a Rockies fan, I'm sorry. I know you know the struggle. But do you like this idea? I mean, listen, sports fans are superstitious. Players are superstitious. So is this the next natural evolution?
Look, absolutely, I'm a baseball fan. And 100% that there are supernatural forces at work at baseball. Anyone that's watched this season of it can tell you that. But I would advise people and players and teams to first make sure that they do their batting practice and get their defensive drills in.
Get like Otani and get 10 strikeouts.
Yeah.
Hold on, Alex. But next is yes, like witches and supernatural powers can start pushing in your favor. But if you're paying for it, it's fake.
Yeah.
This is beyond money. This
You're
this is all kinds of powers of the universe involved. It's not about human compensation, you know?
Mm-hmm. Chad, have you? I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Major League, but there was a player, Pedro Serrano, exactly, who used to have his little idol in his locker, Joe Boo, that he would give rum to, and it would wake up the bats. So I mean,
is that Charlie Sheen?
Well,
Major League?
it was Charlie Sheen, but it was actually the guy from Dennis Haysbert.
Oh, he
played
knows that
Pedro
movie well. I love
Serrano.
it. We missed
Thank
you last
God
week, by the
for
way,
Jim.
right?
Thank God
Thank
for
God
Jim.
he's back from vacation.
No, I'm not a baseball fan. Football rules and beach volleyball. The only two real sports are football and beach volleyball. But I'm not usually a superstitious guy. But listen to this, producer Chris.
Yeah.
I came home from my trip, and on my wall I have a framed picture of Ace Frehley. I swear to God, when I came home, the picture was on the ground.
Oh my
It
God.
fell off the wall.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
So I'm like completely freaked out.
yeah, that's rightfully so. Or Ace is sending you a message to carry on the legacy. So.
I love how the story is
be,
right
could
before
be.
Halloween, too. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Ace Frehley. All right.
Right.
Guys, let's go from Halloween and witches to Christmas now, because if you're of a certain age,
Yes.
you may remember making your list involved kind of circling toys in like the Sears catalog
Yep.
or whichever catalog, taking a trip to Toys R Us and mailing a letter to Santa. However, we live in a digital age now, as you know, and one Aussie mom says her daughter now sends her a full PowerPoint presentation complete with star ratings and embedded shopping links. Other parents say they're getting text, slideshows, and even WhatsApp lists. So, Brittany, the high-tech wish list, do you like this or not?
I like it. I think it's creative. I think it's different. You know what I mean? For everybody out there that's watching that may have kids watching us, Santa is very
Yes,
real.
absolutely. You
Make
can
sure
still
you
mail
guys are
this.
on your good behavior because he's
got an
watching right
email
now.
address. You can
Thank
send
you.
him the PowerPoint
Yeah, and
presentation.
you know, as technology has advanced, so has Santa. Okay? So I'm just saying, now the parents can send electronically the gifts to Santa. I think it's really cute.
Yeah.
I was saying if I, back in the day when I was young enough to experience Santa, my dad would have made us probably do a presentation and a PowerPoint for what we needed and a budget attached to it. So I'm here for it. You know what I mean? I think it's adorable. Chris, are you ready for that life? Because it's coming for you.
Allison.
You still got some time.
Allison, do you think this makes it a little easier to check the list twice?
Absolutely, and my children do this, and it makes it. I mean, I've got a lot, 11 grandkids, 5 kids. I got a lot of people.
Yeah.
So this is helpful. We've been doing this, and it's very, very helpful.
I love that.
Yeah.
Group chat with the list. That's
Exactly.
hilarious.
David, do you feel the same way? You there, David?
Chris, you got to ask the question again. Sorry.
We're talking about high-tech Christmas lists. No longer just writing them down, circling them in the catalog. We are talking full-on PowerPoint presentations.
No, that's a bad idea, Chris. People shouldn't be putting.
But Santa's gotta get the list somehow.
Wasn't there like a
It
Peanuts
makes the shopping.
with Charlie Brown, or wasn't there like Lucy or something like that had developed this long 150 page dissertation on her Christmas list?
Yes, but she also took cold hard cash. 10s and 20s would be nice. Listen, I know we're not even to Halloween yet. So if you think it is too early to be
It's
talking
not.
about Christmas, I present to you Marissa Mitchell, ladies and gentlemen.
listen, I know we were talking about Halloween just now, but since I mentioned my mom and the decorations, they put a picture in the show, guys, and not too hard, not too much on Mama Mitchell. She watches every morning. Hi, Mom. She's watching now. She asks about all of you all the time on Fox Local. This is the picture. She's just getting started, though, with the holiday decorations.
Nice.
This is just the beginning phase. She puts up multiple trees, lights. That's in the living room. She also decorates our sunroom as well back home in Atlanta. It's all over the house. It doesn't end with just the living room. It's the kitchen, too.
So this is just the appetizer.
Oh, my gosh.
This
is the first appetizer of appetizers of main trays and everything else.
No, I get it now because you said that she had multiple Christmas trees, multiple locations in the house, right? It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. My mother-in-law does the same thing, and she's got like 10 different trees in the house, and it takes forever, especially if you're doing it by yourself.
So, October 20th, market, beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Do you like this or not, Brittany?
You know, we love Mama Mitchell. So for that reason, we like it, right? She is so excited for Christmas that she's decorating early. However, I don't like when I'm walking in, like I did earlier, into Target, and I'm seeing Halloween and Christmas next to each other. I think it's a tad bit too early, but look, right after Halloween, people will be rolling out all the Rolodex when it comes to Christmas and all the good things with it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she's just excited. I don't know, though. Do you guys like it?
Christina and Eddie in the Lion Zoom room tonight. Welcome back. Thanks so much for joining us.
The power couple.
Hey, hello. I love Christmas, so I can tell you that right now. I love it, but I think it's a little bit too early for me. I personally wait until like Black Friday, and then I'm all Christmas all day.
Yep, I feel you.
I am Miss Christmas. I'm like Mariah Carey. So, but for right now, it's a little early for me. I still need Halloween. I still need Thanksgiving. I still need all the seasons, all the holidays.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Melissa's in the Lion Zoom room tonight.
Respect on it.
Melissa's in the Lion Zoom room tonight. And Melissa, do you got a guest with you tonight?
Yes, this is my little brother.
Is he? What's
hey,
he? What's he carrying?
He's not so little.
I was gonna say, is he carrying the discount double gym
That's
with all of it tonight? Love the WWE belt.
That's not a low bro. That's a big bro with broke that belt, right?
We grew up as Jehovah's Witnesses, so we didn't celebrate Christmas.
Okay.
However, my mom was very good to give us things when we needed them. So we didn't need a holiday for us to get what we needed if we asked for it, and my mother can provide it. My father walked away from us when we were 10 years old. And well, when I was 10 years old, they were much younger, so I took care of them. But my mom always provided for us, and we didn't need a holiday for it. But if we did celebrate a holiday, this whole high-tech thing, no, it's a waste of time, and it takes away from the whole, traditions and things that people normally do. So no, I'm not with that.
So Christmas is all year round in their family. I love that.
So I'm going to make a confession now, and I think I have admitted this before.
Yep.
I got an artificial Christmas tree for the first time ever when I moved into the house that I'm in now. We had a real one on the first floor. We had the artificial one in the basement because that's like where our TV is and where we hung out. We never took it down, so it has been up all year round. Oh my
goodness, Chris! So it's still up right now.
So it's still up right now.
That's hilarious.
So technically,
Christmas is all year round.
I have had my Christmas decorations up
I
already.
love
but
it.
I'm also decorated for Halloween, and I will still celebrate Thanksgiving, and then I'll put out everything
I love it. That's another
else.
do you like it or not question. Real tree or fake tree? Which I was real tree for a very long time. And
I'm still team real tree, but
not with the real tree cleanup.
I wasn't going to get two of them. Let's put it that way. So there are some. I will admit there are some advantages.
I love it.
To
So
that
it's literally like Christmas,
one.
Halloween, Thanksgiving, all in one in your household.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's going to be for a little while. We're leaning into both seasons. All right. Many people attracted to high-end restaurants for the food or even the service. I know you are.
Yeah.
But now some people are apparently going for the water. And now begins the part of the show where I say that word about 1,000 times. Check out the headline from the Wall Street Journal. Restaurants are pitching water as a fine dining experience. The paper profiled a Michelin-starred restaurant called Gwen's in Los Angeles. Most waters on the menu cost between $11 and $13 and include bottles from as far away as Australia and Armenia. The restaurant also offers tap water, with the menu noting that the Los Angeles tap water has more mineral and electrolytes dissolved than most purified bottled waters. So we posted about this one on our broadcast channel, I should say. Sharon says, I like the sparkling water, but some restaurants charge too much. Nikki Tenderoni says, water is free. I'm never paying for it. All right, Shayla says, not. Water hose water, our immune system is rock solid, built rock solid. Patty says, I do not like it. I always carry my water with me, even if I'm at a restaurant. And what is that? Buckeye Barron says, nope, that's absurd, thumbs down. Brittany, I believe everyone there said no.
I'm about to say, and they're about to be mad at me because I am a water snob and I'm here for it. I like it, I like it, I like it. Give me, first of all, you know I'm a foodie, so I'm always here for an elevated experience. And there's levels to water, people, okay? Even if it's just tasting for the palate purposes, I'm here for it. Yeah, you guys got to try it. Now, 11 to 13 may seem crazy, but it's an experience, guys. You know what I mean? Get tap water, like you said, any day. It's free. So maybe, you know, just for once in your life, elevate your palate when it comes to water, as Chris says it from Philly.
Christina and Eddie, are you guys down for this? Do you like this?
I'm a Deer Park water guy. That's it.
Thank you. Spring water.
Thank you. I'm a water snob, so I need all the nice waters, Evian, Saratoga Springs.
Please don't say Dasani, sis.
Pellegrino. No, Dasani is like tap water.
Oh my God, Chad, Chad, help me out here. Chad, are you a fancy water guy?
If it doesn't have caffeine or alcohol in it, I don't drink it.
Yeah.
I like Chad.
Yeah, exactly. Chad's a man after my own heart.
I'm here for that too.
Chad's a man after my own heart. Allison, are you paying extra for water?
I typically would not do that, but just to be doing something bougie, and because people are trying to get me to drink more water, I might try it. Just as a one-time experience.
I feel like this is the grift of all
I love
grifts.
it.
And listen, I'm the first sucker to fall for like a beer sampling menu. I'm the first sucker to fall for like a whiskey sampling menu.
So what about a water menu?
I feel like I'd be like, that one tasted like water. And that one tasted like
Let me tell you, volcanic water, well water, they all taste very different, Chris.
Yeah, some taste really sulfury and it's gross and it smells bad and I don't like it. I don't know. Let me know what you think.
Exactly.
YouTube chat, all right? Jump in there, start letting us know, or you can scan the QR code and let me know if you would drink all that fancy water. And this next one, also from the Wall Street Journal, also for fancy people and fancy things. We are talking about expensive tattoos. Would you pay $15,000 for a fine art tattoo? Pharrell Williams, Virginia's own, his auction house is betting that you will. The musician and designer has recruited 16 artists and creative types to design works of art as tattoos that will be auctioned off. The online auction begins Wednesday. It runs through Halloween. Bidders will be buying a certificate of the design for a tattoo, specifically commissioned for the auction, with the expectation that they will get them inked post-sale, and in some of these cases, in places and to the specifications suggested by the original artist. So you are not only buying the tattoo, you are agreeing to ink it where they say you should.
Because your body is a canvas, Chris. You and I both know that, right?
Fine art tattoos. Do you like this or not?
I'm here for it. You're inked up. I've got a little ink on me too, which means you understand that tattoo artists are artists, and there's levels to that too, right? So for that reason, a lot of them have built their own brand, and you know, it's the value of what they're really worth. So I may not pay $15K for a tattoo, but people out there definitely would.
Chad, are you spending 15 grand on an Ace Frehley tattoo, for example?
I got this flying V tattoo. Ooh. You know, if I had the disposable income, I definitely would. I kind of like this idea of like a nice piece of art, and they take out the guesswork of where they want it. I would do it for sure.
Yeah, I don't. Melissa, I know you mentioned to me a little earlier you can speak on tattoos.
Okay, so I have tattoos in places where normal women would not get tattoos.
Okay.
Let's just say. Would I pay 15 grand to get a tattoo? Absolutely not. But I would pay my brother to do what?
Scalp micropigmentation.
He does that, and he actually makes people look like they have hair or actual birthmarks to hide, you know, things like, you know, burn victims and things like that. But to pay $15,000 for a no, absolutely not. I'll pay $200 or $300 to get another tattoo down there, but no, not 15 grand. No.
All right, listen. I'm with Chad on this one, though. To be honest with you, if I had the disposable income, if $15,000 was like the $500 that I think most people might spend on a tattoo of that size. Allison, I have an appointment on Saturday for my next tattoo, and I do think it will be a fine piece of art, but it's not going to be 15 grand.
Yeah, that is a bit much to pay. I understand the reasoning, and it would be nice to brag that you do have a nice artist work on your body. I think that would be cool. So I'm kind of like what Chad said. Yes, if you had it like that, it would be fine.
Okay. Ballin'. I like that for sure.
Ballin' for sure. Here's the problem. This feels to me like one of those sort of NFT scams, though, a little bit.
I was about
because,
to say that.
For example, one of the fine art tattoos is from the fashion designer Tom Brown, and it is his logo. Anyone could walk into a tattoo parlor and show the Tom Brown logo, which is basically like a red, white, and blue stripe, and get it. And they wouldn't have to pay $15,000.
And it's small, too, probably, right?
It is it's not huge. So I like it, but I do think there's a lot of unspoken.
There needs to be guidelines.
Yeah.
Full body, full back tattoo for $15,000 makes sense. And I was going to say that.
You couldn't get that. That's not a
right. Getting a micro tattoo for $15K just because the artist doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't. All right, keep the comments coming on YouTube, like we mentioned. Coming up next, we're going to talk about the impact Ozempic could be having on your next dining out experience. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Do You Like It or Not on this Monday, October 20th. Before we dive into the second half of the show and our next story, I do want to give a quick shout out right now because it is my mother-in-law's birthday today. Terry Sawola watching from down in the Tampa, Florida region, hopefully tonight. I hope you're having a great birthday. Sorry that we can't be there to celebrate with you in person, but hopefully soon we'll have a lot to celebrate. So thank you for always watching. Thank you for being the best, and I hope you have the happiest of birthdays.
Ditto. I'm right there with you.
Brittany says.
Shout out to the mom-in-law. Gotta love that. They're so important.
Some brownie points in the meantime. All right. A heads up for the next time you go out to eat, though. And I know you love to go out to eat, though. According to Food and Wine magazine, restaurants across the country are rethinking portion sizes and their menus overall. And it's all because of weight loss drugs like Ozempic, those GLP-1 medications. 10 to 12% of Americans admit using weight loss drugs, keyword admit. 14% say they are interested in giving them a try. And since they have made their way onto the market, some restaurant owners say they have seen fewer plates covering each table, a decrease in alcohol consumption, and other changes that are squeezing an industry that is already facing some major challenges. So now they are shrinking portions, overhauling their menus, and rolling out options that are high in protein and lower in calories to kind of, appeal to people who might still want to dine out, but are leaving a lot on the table and a lot of food waste as a result. So, Brittany, do you like this change?
I like it. Yeah? We do TV, right? So camera adds a little 1-2 couple pounds when it comes to it, right? So we're always very conscious for sure. But just in general, for your health, I think Americans, we do overeat, right? Portion size is very important. And it's about time that these restaurants kind of get with it. You know what I mean? It's like, help me help you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So I'm here for it. I can't lie. I have thought about all those different, you know, the supplements, the this, that, and the third. And at the end of the day, it really is all about your diet. So I think it makes sense because a lot more people are opting to cook at home than they are to go out to eat because of all the extra additives that are put into this food and then the amount of size that the entree is. So I like it, Chris, you know?
Melissa, I know you have been open about your use of weight loss medications. Do you like this change? Do you like that they're trying to appeal to people who are on them? Or do you think they should have to adjust their prices too if they're going smaller portions?
If they're going smaller portions, yes, adjust your prices.
For sure.
You know, I went from 300 something pounds to 154.
Wow.
You know, this took a course.
Yeah, I was about to say, congratulations.
I was on those meds for 6 months. And coming from a person that used to drink every day, 6 or 7 drinks a day, I probably now drink maybe once, maybe 1 or 2 beers once a week. And you see the dramatic changes when you're going out to eat. I can eat with my eyes, but my mouth says something different. My stomach says something different. It has changed dramatically. And if they adjust the prices or, you know, make the portions a little more appealing in that sense, yes. But yeah, it's a huge difference. And a lot of people, they take advantage of the fact that they can take some of this home and eat it later or eat it for lunch the next day. But if you lower the prices, that would bring more people in. People don't want to pay full prices for a full-blown meal, knowing that they're not going to eat it, especially being on those type of medications.
Yeah, Chad, I'll be honest with you. I am the type of person who likes to have that second meal, maybe either later that night or the next day.
Look at him.
SpaghettiOs. Oh, sorry. Hey, do you see the irony here? If we started with smaller portions, maybe we wouldn't need the weight loss drugs.
Yeah, that is an excellent point. So these restaurants, I mean, interesting take on that one.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Allison, what do you think? Do you like the idea of going this maybe more catered to people on these sort of medications when it comes to these menus?
I really don't think it's necessary to do that because at the end of the day, you're going to eat what you want to eat and you're going to eat the amount you want to eat. Like there might be days where I feel like I want to eat half of a smorgasbord. Other days I want a smaller portion. So I just think they should leave it the same and leave it up to the individual to portion out their own meal.
Or maybe like have a menu where it's like, you know how to do the gluten-free or the under 500 calories. Maybe it's something like that so that, you know, it kind of appeals to both audiences, for her point.
Yeah, I do think that's probably the way we're going to go. Remember there was that one like weight loss medication.
Yeah.
I don't want to name any brand names, but people were having issues if they ate certain things that would happen to their body. And so they would have to be very, very conscious about what they put into it as a result. And I do think we'll just find menus that are going to be a little more descriptive of
micro menu or something like that.
All
yeah,
right.
for
We're
sure.
gonna jump ahead to our final story of the evening, and we were talking about some relationship drama, and it's all because of a bug. And I want to get your take on this one. Man says he was in bed. He was basically done for the night. 10 p.m. His girlfriend calls crying. There was a cockroach in her bedroom. She locked herself inside the bathroom. She says she's terrified of these types of bugs. Insanely scared. He said he didn't want to make that 30-minute drive. Tells her to call the landlord instead. She eventually says the landlord came and took care of it, but it says that it proves that she could not count on him when she needed him. Now, Brittany, 30-minute trip while she's hiding in a bathroom rather than just contact the super. Do you think that was the right expectation of that man?
Listen, okay, all jokes aside, no, right? He's 30 minutes away. What is he going to do 30 minutes in bed? The bug will be like, I don't know, somewhere else by the time he get there, right? However, ladies, I know you can feel me on this one. My man is supposed to be my knight in shining armor. So, yes, you're supposed to get out the bed and come make sure I'm good.
Eddie, are you going 30? He's shaking his head. No, he's not going 30 minutes.
Yes.
To crush a bug.
Come save me.
There's no way I'm doing this. grab something from the bathroom, grab some hairspray, and then spray that. And you talking about this one cockroach? You ain't talking about like a housework. I seen housework before. You talking about one? No, there's no way. Not even for love, not even for Chris. No.
I'd love to hear it.
I usually kill the bugs anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
We know who wears the pants.
Hey, listen, we're going to get a lot more of Eddie and Christina hot takes on Wednesday night when they join us live in studio. Our third Zoom room to studio guests. So make sure you tune in Wednesday. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night as well. It'll be Tony P. Tuesday as usual.
I
Brittany,
love that.
thank you so much for joining us.
Always so much fun.
Crushed it. Thank you to producer Jim for pulling all of those names.
I know.
This is why we love
the more
this
you
guy.
know with that one right there.
Thank you, everybody in the Lion Zoom room, for joining us. Happy birthday, Terry. We love you.
Yes, happy birthday, Terry.
Have a great night. Tisha, Fox 5 at 8 coming up next.